Alright, you guys, our history lesson starts right here at Record Benders, but first, radio stations really helped play a role in the way people consumed music. MTV News also was helping with this. You had radio, you had MTV News, you had CDs. By 1988, 89 into 90, vinyl was basically on its last leg. So people primarily used CDs, cassettes, and CDs, and what became Napster, which was the beginning of being able to share digital files and copies of music online, thus paving the way for streaming music as we know it today. So I grew up listening to 99.9 KGOR, and this all started when I got this book, the 100 best-selling albums of the 80s. As a kid, I remember listening to 99.9 KGOR, owned by iHeartRadio. So I would use this book right here, and I would come here to Record Benders and use this book as a guide to track down some of the greatest selling albums of that decade. And as we journey to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I want to take you guys inside Record Benders and show you what life was like before streaming. So let's go.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So I remember this very clearly. It was just a couple of days after Edward Van Halen passed away. And as you can see here, Van Halen's 1984 album is one of the best-selling albums of that era. So I went here to Record Benders to see if they had it, and sure enough they did. And I got that album for only $3 on cassette. Here's Record Benders. Hi Randy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Not too bad.
I'm doing a video about Record Benders and its importance in music history as well as local history around here.
Oh, cool.
This is Randy. He is the owner of Record Benders, and Record Benders has it been at this particular location since '91?
Been here since 2017. We've
Okay.
been in business since 1993.
93.
Yes.
All right. So how do you keep so much stuff organized and know? I mean, obviously it's your store, but like
We alphabetize what we can. Try to keep it alphabetized. But we've got stuff all over. So
oh yeah.
you see boxes of movies all over. CDs. Try and keep it organized so we can. But it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you can see, look at the entryway. We just bought all that stuff there behind those boxes.
Oh.
Those boxes going up there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hi, how you doing?
Life is good. What's going on?
So here we have the wall of cassettes, and I would use this book, and with Randy's help,
Okay, now let me ask you.
I would look
you have
for
your album?
I would look for these on cassette. A lot of the exceedingly rarer cassettes that I have, I found here at Record Benders. And I would have never found them had it not been for Randy and Record Benders. This is what people's music collections looked like before streaming. This plays a role in getting us to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Up here you can see Aerosmith, some of Aerosmith's biggest albums. You can see Kim Carnes and the best of Eric Clapton. He's got Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, which actually there's a lot of Phil Collins in this book. So I have Culture Club, Color by Numbers. Let's see here. That's ACDC. I have Poison, Open Up and Say Ah. I have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Full Moon Fever. I don't have Permanent Vacation, but that's okay. There's Guns N' Roses, Lies, Lies, Lies. Or just Lies, I guess. There's Bruce Springsteen's The River. ZZ Top Afterburner. You got Christopher Cross, Madonna, Janet Jackson, Fleetwood Mac, Neil Diamond, the jazz singer, Tina Turner, Private Dancer, Bryan Adams, Reckless. You got Peter Gabriel's album So, Tears for Fears, songs from the Big Chair. I have this on cassette. We have Journey's album Frontiers. There's the original motion picture soundtrack for The Big Chill. You got Milli Vanilli, Girl You Know It's True. Quiet Riot, Metal Health. Van Halen, 5150. Van Halen is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. You got Foreigner, Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. I have the soundtrack for Flashdance at home on cassette. I also have Chicago 17 at home on cassette. I got Rattle and Hum from U2 here at Record Benders. My mom got me Business as Usual for Christmas. You got Master of Puppets by Metallica, Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson, Face Value by Phil Collins, But Seriously by Phil Collins. You got NXS Kick, which I have at home on cassette. You got Huey Lewis in the News Sports, which I also have on cassette. You got Paul Simon's album Graceland, which I'm pretty sure I saw up here. You got Richie Sambora right there. Aha. See, this is what I love about coming here to Record Benders, is digging, and then you never know what you're gonna find. So right here we have Paul Simon's album Graceland, and here it is in our book, so we're gonna go ahead and get that one. What else? We got Aerosmith's album Pump, which Randy has right up here, right there. Aerosmith is also a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. We got Billy Joel Glass Houses, We're going to see if we can find that one. I have Wham! Make It Big on cassette at home. I also have the Eagles Live on cassette at home, as well as Genesis's album Invisible Touch. There's Paula Abdul, Forever Your Girl. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel, which I also have on cassette. I have Bon Jovi's 1988 album New Jersey. I also own Billy Joel's An Innocent Man. There's Whitesnake, Tracy Chapman, Metallica, and Justice for All. There's The Police with Synchronicity, which I also own. I've not been able to find the New Kids on the Block Hangin' Tough album, but that's okay. There's Journey's album from 1981, Escape. There's REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity. And for those of you who grew up listening to Casey Kasem in the American Top 40 Countdown, Casey would count down many of these albums and the singles released from these albums, as you may recall. And many of you of certain age will remember him doing that. And you were always rooting for your favorite group and your favorite song to be at the #1 spot. You know, you would sit by your boombox with the pause button paused, and you would be waiting all day. You would sit right by the boombox all day with a blank cassette, ready to record a mixtape off the radio for that special someone. And you would wish that the DJ would just shut up long enough just so that way you could get the intro or the outro of the song into the mixtape without the DJ talking over it. Here we have the Babies. This is a band that Jonathan Cain was in before he joined Journey. Randy also has Pat Benatar cassettes. He's also got the Doobie Brothers. I remember my dad saying that on road trips a lot, he liked him and my grandpa liked listening to the Doobie Brothers. And remember that magazine that I showed you with Bob Geldof? That's him. You got Hall & Oates, and you got Hall & Oates Ooh Yeah, which I actually have. I have a tour. I have a backstage tour thing from their tour that they did for that. Let's see. He's also got Debbie Gibson, Electric Youth. Let's see. Ooh, he's got Corey Hart. Corey Hart sings I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. Yes. So he's also got Elton John. Apparently there's a group called Hooters. I mean, I know the restaurant Hooters, but like I don't know any music group named Hooters. He's got Great White. He's got Foreigner. Foreigner Head Games.
I think I might have some of those older ones.
He's also got Elvis Presley. And he's got Rick Springfield too. Wonder if he has Jesse's girl. Hang on, Randy's coming. Here you can see Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. Now, Southside Johnny was a huge influence on John Bon Jovi, and yeah, it was a huge influence on Bon Jovi. Here we got some Michael Jackson cassettes, as well as the Jackson 5. As also you got let's see, you got the Jackson 5, Joyful Jukebox, yeah. You got the Best of Sticks right there. You got Survivor right here. Survivor right there. You got White Snake. You got Bobby Brown. You got White Snake. Actually, I think White Snake is in this book. Let me take a look. Right now we're looking for the White Snake album. This one. And I think that might be it. Right there at the top. But Randy's gonna do his thing and take a look and see if in fact that cassette up there is this one. Fingers crossed. Right up there. Haha! It is that one.
And that's that one.
And then there's that one. So here it is.
That's White Snake too.
This one's exactly the one that I needed. Thank you, Randy.
You betcha.
All right. Here we go. All right. So the predecessor to CDs and cassettes were 8-track records. And this is a 8-track record player. So people now keep in mind that 8-track cartridges were not the same thing as cassettes. Now you would listen to an 8-track cartridge in your living room or in your car like this. When cassettes came along, you could listen to cassettes in your car, in your boombox. Yeah. You could listen to cassettes in your car, on your boombox, or on your Sony Walkman, thus making the music portable in a way that was not you couldn't do it like that before the Walkman came out. Now, if you're wondering where I get my Rolling Stone magazines from, here, let me move this and then I'll show you guys. So Randy has a crate right here, and this is where I get my Rolling Stone magazines. You got the late Sinead O'Connor. You got Jimi Hendrix. You got REM. The late David Bowie. This is what life looked like for people before the internet. Alright, I'm gonna put that back where I found it and show you guys some more stuff. So by 1988, 1989, rolling into the 90s, vinyl records were out and cassettes and CDs were in. So here Randy's got Def Leppard. We have, of course, one of their most famous albums, Hysteria. And hey Randy, would you be able to explain to the viewers at home what this is exactly, so that way they know what they're looking at? I mean, I know what it is, but there are other people my age that don't know what it is.
The CD?
They know what a CD is, but they don't know.
Oh, these are security devices they came out with back in probably the early 70s and 80s. These CDs came out like this. They were just wrapped, and then they put them in these things to help secure them. Well, first they came out with these long boxes, and then they decided to go with these for businesses.
And that was like an anti-theft device, right?
Right. Exactly.
There you go.
Yep, and it helps to display. We got our racks built so we can display those pretty easy.
Thank you, Randy.
You betcha.
Preserving history. So we got Hysteria right here. We have Def Leppard's. Oh, you got Pyromania, Hysteria, Adrenalize, it's a little difficult to record and do this with just one hand. So we got Pyromania, Hysteria, Adrenalize. We got Euphoria, as well as, I might add, let me just take these out. So remember when Randy was talking about how they'd have the CD in the shrink wrap and then they'd have this? This is what that looks like. And Def Leppard's brand new for 2022, their album Diamond Star Halos. They recorded this during COVID. And I actually have this album at home on cassette, which I was very, very excited that they were bringing back the cassette. Put back Pyromania. I'm gonna head home.